If you are a wholesaler looking to get into wholesaling in 2024, the end of 2023, when you are looking to get into wholesaling real estate, you should have a business plan. You should have a plan of exactly how I'm going to make 10K a month, 20K a month. Heck, if you're an experienced wholesaler, you're probably watching this like, Zach, how do I make 100K a month wholesaling houses, right? And truthfully, if you do not make a plan, you plan to fail. And if you are going out here going willy-nilly in wholesaling real estate, not knowing what to do, heck, we're talking today on a Sunday. If you are waking up on a Monday and you wake up on the Monday and like, what do I do? What list do I pull? What kind of motivates? What should my scripts be? All these things. And you're super confused. You are broke. You are failing right now as a wholesaler. And so a lot of wholesalers, I ask them, this is also always funny. I'm like, hey, you got a business plan? Like, you got a plan for your wholesaling business? No. Hey, what? I just got to go drive for dollars, bro, right? Guys, whenever you are starting out in wholesaling real estate or going for your 1,000th deal, without a plan of action, you are going to fail without that plan. You think of any great conqueror, you think of any great man or woman in history, they all had a plan. And what you need to do is create a plan too. So what we're going to do is, for every single wholesaler watching this, we're going to make a revamped business plan for success. Here's the cool part about what we do here on this channel, right? We help hundreds of thousands of wholesalers get started in wholesaling real estate. I have a free wholesaling course. There's no secret. It's called freewholesaling.com. It's where I teach you how to wholesale real estate absolutely for free. We have hundreds of thousands of students in freewholesaling.com that learn for free and goes out here and they all become successful. And the cool part about this is we have so much case studies of successful wholesalers making 100 grand the first year, making millions of dollars, all these things. And the cool part is they learn all for free at freewholesaling.com. And I'm not saying that to brag or anything, but what I'm saying is I have the largest case study of successful wholesalers on the planet. And what I can tell you is the ones that ran up 100K in a year to 300K. I know it seems like they just, magically got it, but they did not magically run up 300K the first year wholesaling houses. Heck, the wholesalers that helped make $500,000 this first year, they follow this really simple blueprint. And what I was finding out was all these wholesalers were basically doing the same thing. And I'm like, did I do the same thing? And then I realized, Zach, what? You did that. You did the same thing. And there's this subconscious secret that successful wholesalers do in their business plans. All of them do, that leads them for success. And so we're kind of revamping everything, right? Like, you're ready to make a clean slate. Here's cool. If you came from a guru program, someone charging you 7-8 grand, you don't even get this in. Like, this is information that's still a secret. I think it's hilarious, but it's true. And so what I'm going to do is give you a systematic game plan right now of how you can become successful. Every wholesaler watching this in this video needs it right now. Some of y'all have the plan. That's great. Awesome. But for the majority of y'all, you need to actually go out here and make a change in your life and actually become successful by doing this plan. So what I want to do is really share this plan out for you. I know it seems stupid, simple to make a plan, but you got to do it. And so what I'm going to do, this is going to be, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to pretend like you spent 12 grand to go in a room with me for my business plan seminar type thing or whatever. Right? And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give you it right now. And then I'm going to explain what the plan, I'm going to give you what the plan is. And then I'm going to explain the plan too. Now, I want to let everyone know, but I'm just going to give you it right now. Okay. I could charge thousands of bucks for this plan, but I'm just going to give it for free. There are hundreds of thousands of wholesalers that implement this plan that become successful. There are tens of thousands of wholesalers that go out here and can make 6 figures doing this, right? There are a ton of wholesalers that implement this plan and become successful. This is the same blueprint that got me rich that's going to get you rich. So I'll tell you what it is, but you have to promise you're going to actually hear me explain this, because I can say it, but for me to explain it is a different thing. Okay. It's like going out here in boxing and say, punch the guy. Yeah, punch the guy, but like explain how or the strategy. And so let me just give it to you. Like, I'm not sugarcoating this. I'm not no broke wholesaling guru that needs to make a Black Friday sale for you to charge you $50,000 to go to my little boat. This is what it is. Okay, this is my business plan every wholesaler should know. Screenshot this if you want. This ain't no guru seminar. You can watch the re-recordings of this. But this is kind of one I've been using last year, and this is one that's kind of revamped a little more. But the more wholesalers that are looking to scale that use this become successful. The newbies that do this, they do a lot better. So what is it? It's pretty simple. Learn, plan, attack, analyze, pivot. Let me repeat myself here. Learn, plan, attack, analyze, and pivot. And so this is a very interesting plan that actually becomes insane. It is the wholesaling real estate cheat code. This is the cheat code for success. This is the cheat code wholesalers need to be using right now. Learning wholesaling, planning their attack, going out here and taking that action, analyzing the situation, pivoting, and then going after it, right? And so to learn, pivot, attack, analyze, pivot, this is what the wholesaling business plan is. And so if you will, I'm going to explain this in probably excruciating detail because y'all need to know like step by step what this is going to be. But if you can just really implement the strategy, you can clearly make six figures your first year. And for the wholesalers looking to get to $1 million plus, this is the game that I use, and this is pretty much the blueprint, right? And so let's kind of talk about this playbook here. So we're going to talk about first and foremost, number one, learning, right? If we're going to play this game and we're playing this game to get rich, right? Like you're not watching this video because I'm the most handsome guy in the world. Okay. I know, I think so, but no, you're watching this because you want to get rich. All right. Like this, you're not watching this for any other reason. Okay, you want to make money. You want to wholesale houses. This is why you're watching this video. Okay, you're not watching this beautiful face because of me, right? I don't have this beautiful voice, right? Hey, this dude's making millions of dollars wholesaling houses. I want to make millions of dollars wholesaling houses. This is why you're here. You're here for your own selfish reasons. And that's not a bad thing. It is the pursuit to get rich, help your family out, help everyone around you. If you have kids, help your kids out. Like it's not selfish in a vanity way. It's selfish for yourself because it's going to help you and your family. This is why you're watching this video. This is why I salute you. This is why you're going to work your butt off to get rich doing this, right? But we have to learn the game. Okay, now we know why you're in the game. Okay, everyone's got their why. I mean, if you survey most people, they all want to get rich, right? But we know why we want to do this, but we got to learn how to do this, right? And this is where you really have to learn wholesaling real estate, right? Like we're playing a game, like any game, chess, football, basketball, right? You think of any game, any Fortnite, whatever, any video game, you got to learn the rules. And this game of wholesaling real estate have rules. I have a bunch of rules in wholesaling real estate that you should and shouldn't do. For example, one of my really important rules is if you're wholesaling, let's say a fire damaged property, you should not, and I repeat, not try to go and lock up the deal and then try to sell it willy-nilly to a random buyer that you just don't know. Okay, like you should have, if you have a fire damaged properties, you're going into that, you should have a list of buyers. That's one of my simple rules for fire damaged properties. Another really important rule is, let's say you're doing pre-foreclosures, do not cold call a pre-foreclosure. Duh, like it's really stupid. Don't be doing that stupid stuff, okay? If you're going to cold call a pre-foreclosure, you're going to get no results because everyone's cold calling that same pre-foreclosure. You got the banks calling, you got realtors calling them, you got all of these, you got loan processors, right? I mean, once that list pendants is filed on that, like you're not going to get any deals. Like you're not going to get any deals by cold calling it. No one answers the phone. They get the servicing companies. You got to text them. You got to use other strategies, reverse try for dollars, door knock, things like that. There's just certain rules to the marketing. There's rules for my acquisitions. One example is I always tell you to condition sellers when you're doing your acquisitions, right? These are just certain rules. And it's just a simple education of getting into the wholesaling real estate game that you should be knowing. And how do you learn the game? What are the rules, right? I mean, this is stupid easy, but I have a free course. It's called freewholesaling.com. We have hundreds of thousands of people joining it. It's an amazing course. I love it. You just go to freewholesaling.com. It costs me a disgusting amount of money every single month to just keep the servers up there. It is tens of thousands of dollars I spend every single month just to keep this website going. And so use it or lose it. Okay. I mean, I could shut it down if y'all want me to, but I ain't. It's called freewholesaling.com. We have our private servers. We got editors. We got all these expensive things just to get free wholesaling education. And to this day, it is the only course on the internet about wholesaling real estate that teaches you everything from A to Z, absolutely for free, all the way from marketing, finding a seller, all the way to selling it. There's no fluff in between it. There's no wholesaling course on the internet that does this. That's it. Maybe there's an acquisitions little course that's 3 videos, try to get you to upsell you for the expensive thing. There's no upsells. Just go to freewholesaling.com. You go there, you learn the game absolutely for free. You should go to freewholesaling.com. Learn the rules of the game. I don't know how many times I've said it. Just go there, and just go there and learn how to wholesale. Like that's it. Simple as that. You got to learn the rules of the game. And so the vast majority of wholesalers that want to come out here and learn this business, right? Y'all go on the one-on-ones. Y'all talk to me. Y'all ask me questions like, how do I find cash buyers? That's a great question. And I commend you for asking that. That's great. But what you should be doing is go through the free course and then ask me a question after you watch the course. Because if you go through the course, you see like the 7 ways to find cash buyers. And I just show you in that course, right? That's it. Like, duh. And so what do you think you're going to do? You're going to one-on-one. How do I find buyers? Well, you should go to have you been through the course? No. Duh. Right? Like it's easy. And so if you want to learn this game, you got to go to the free wholesaling course. It's right there. Free stinking wholesaling.com. So free wholesaling.com. It's all in there. So that's learning the game. Once we learn the rules of the game, then we can start playing the game. Right? Easy, simple, right? Learn the rules of the game. We go from there. So now we know how to wholesale real estate. We went through freewholesaling.com. We're going through it. Now we can start when you go through the course, when we talk about marketing, actually, here's the cool part, right? Here's the, It's so funny, but like now we're learning it. Now we go through the course. I teach you actually how to implement this, right? Like the course is set up in this method for you to become successful. So let's talk about this plan. This is, a lot of you guys like playing like video games, Mortal Kombat, like the fighting games, Street Fighter, right? Like it's like choose your fighter, right? Like those are like, it's always fun, but this is what planning is. Okay, here's the cool part. You can use any type of avatar you want in wholesaling, right? You can be the cold calling guy, the texting guy, the drawing for dollars guy, the pre-foreclosure guy, the door knocking guy, whatever type of guy you want to be or gal, you can be it. You're a Barbie. You can be whatever you want to be, right? I don't know what to say, but like you can choose what you want to do. And what we're doing here is on the planning part, we're going to plan what we want to do. Like what type of marketing am I going to do? So what list do I want to pull? What type of marketing channel should I be doing? What kind of lists? Closing styles. Should I use the good cop, bad cop method? Should I use the dollar bill method for closing sellers? How should I close my motivated sellers, right? You get to choose this, right? It's all in freewholesaling.com. How do I find cash buyers? How do I set up budgets? This is all part of the planning process in wholesaling real estate. And you can choose what type of plan you want to do and all these things. But yeah, choose your fighter. I will tell you straight up, if you do not plan, you're planning to fail. And one really important part of the planning, which I always speak about, y'all like to skip freewholesaling.com, but freewholesaling.com tell you some stuff to do. And I believe every wholesaler looking to scale up their business or get their first deal should be doing this. This is to create a money budget and a time budget. Let me repeat myself. You want to create a money budget and a time budget. What is a money budget? What is a time budget, right? A money budget is a budget of the money. How much money am I going to spend to wholesaling real estate for my marketing, and how much I'm going to spend it over what period of time? If I'm looking to spend $500 a month, $100 a week, what is that being used towards? Easy, simple, right? Time budget. Everyone cares about money budget. That's all they care about. But you got to understand one of your most valuable resources in life is your time. And a lot of y'all single moms, a lot of you guys work in school, you're in school, you're working full-time jobs, right? It gets a little difficult, ain't gonna lie, right? And if you only have 15, 20 hours a week to get going to wholesaling real estate, maybe you only have 2 hours a couple days, and one day you got 3 hours, one day you got 0, one day you got 4. I don't care what it is. You just got to create that schedule, okay? And so you make it where like, oh, I got 2 hours free. I'm only wholesaling houses, right? You create that cold calling schedule, that marketing, you're pulling lists, skip tracing, whatever it is, we're going to create that time budget too. And now we have a money budget, and now we have a time budget. Now we start implementing these things. Can help us make more money in wholesaling houses. And now we kind of have a great plan going together. And once that plan's going, we're getting executed. Now this is the fun part. We can attack. That's right. This is when we have the plan, we attack. You look at any armies, they make the plan first and they attack. This is what we're looking at real estate. We are here to attack, make a ton of money, get rich in this business, and go from there. So what's attacking, right? Attacking is pretty simple. It's action, action, action. Okay. 0 excuses, straight up. Okay. When we're attacking, we don't do anything else but attack. Oh, but I'm not feeling good today. And no, you're going to attack. You're going to keep going. You're going to keep marching forward. You ain't no quitter. Okay. You're watching this because you don't quit. You don't give up easy. And for everybody watching this, you are not going to quit. You're going to keep going, keep charging forward, and make 0 excuses to get rich in wholesaling. And a lot of people are like, oh, I got to attack. I got to take action. What action should I take? No, you made the plan, right? You already made the plan of what you're going to do. This is just executing what you made the plans on. And this is why the plans are super important. Some of y'all make terrible plans. I'll tell you straight up, like a dookie plan. Oh, I'm going to cold call 1 hour a day for 2 days, and that's it. And I want to make $1,000 every single day. Blech. Stupid. What you should be doing is create a good plan. And I'm going to tell you kind of at the end here what plans in wholesaling actually do well and ones that don't do well. It's pretty simple KPIs, I'm going to tell you. And it's a no-brainer for most people, but you'll see a very easy correlation. You just got to attack. There's no ifs, ands, or buts around it, right? You just have to attack. What is it? A Zack attack. I like it. Do it. A Zack attack. Whatever one you want to call it. But this is something that's going to help a lot of people out. You just got to attack, take the action, put your head down, and do the work. I don't care if you're tired. I don't care if you got a lot of energy, no energy. No matter what, you do the work. I go to the gym. I don't want to go to the gym, but I'm in it. And no matter how tired I am, how happy I am, how sad I am, I'm going to be in there. And I'm going to do the work because I made a plan. That's what I do. Something else I'm going to do. That's nothing that's going to stop me from executing that. Now, here's the next part in this, which I think a lot of wholesalers, this stops a lot of them from really reaching that. They're kind of doing deals. They kind of plateau, or they kind of get to a point where they're not doing well and they think it's all them. But really, it's not that, right? And so it's the analyze part, right? And so I could talk about attacking and going after it forever, but it's the analyzing part, right? And what analyzing is, it's kind of like you're just attacked, kind of looking back. It's like a football game. You look at the scoreboard, you look at basketball, you look at the scoreboard. Okay, I've been attacking, I've been going, I'm doing the game plan. Let's look at the score, right? That's what this is. We're kind of analyzing, we're kind of looking at the score. And in wholesaling real estate, what is our scoreboard? Our scoreboard are the KPIs, the key performance indicators. And I'm exact same buzzwords, right? What basically KPIs are like the points on the scoreboard. And so like, what's a KPI, right? A KPI is going to be basically an indicator of a certain statistic of something you've done in wholesaling. So for example, if I'm cold calling, or let's look at my wholesaling business for the past 30 days, right? What I'm going to look at is how many calls we've made, how many texts we've made, how many postcards got sent out, how many drank for $1 sticky notes got sent out, right? Like look at my operation. Then we're going to look at calls contacted. So basically how many people picked up, what's our contact rate. And then I've had, let's say 1,000 contacts and I got 30 leads from that, right? And those leads, how many of those leads became appointments? And so we got 30 let's say I got 30 leads. 10 of them were appointments. I don't know. 10, usually 30%, because a lot of them, they're leads, but they're not leads, right? And then you get 10 appointments. You close about 60% of them, 6 deals and 10 offers, basically, maybe 9 offers, whatever it is, and then 6 deals from there. Kind of look through those KPIs, right? Same with cash buyers, how many cash buyers we call, contacts, how many qualified buyers, right? And you're going to look at that. How many texts I send out? What's my response rate? How many of those texts I send out turn into leads, appointments, offers, contracts are the closing. And then really the most important net revenue the most important KPI is going to be your net revenue, right? What's my assignment fees? How much money did I spend in marketing, acquisitions, people, just pure costs? And what's the end profit at the end of the day? And that's it. I mean, that's kind of how my results stack up. And for most wholesalers, that's what you want to look at. That's the analyzing. Like, what's the net profit? Oh, well, I made $5 million gross, brah. You netted 200K. I see a lot of wholesalers do that. And so you got to look at your KPIs, look what those key performance indicators are. It helps you kind of look back at the scoreboard. And for a lot of people watching, it's like, this is when we kind of have to, I'm like, oh, shoot, right? Let's say, I did 15 deals last month. It looks like 13 deals came from cold calling and only 2 came from SMS. And I'm looking at this and I'm spending 10K each. I'm like, wow, I'm getting most of my deals from cold calling and not even like looking at that. I'm like, wow, I should probably pour more money into cold calling and less into SMS. And like another thing too, it's like, through like there's just, it can get complicated if you want it to, or it can get really simple, right? I'll be like, okay, I sent out 50 sticky notes drawing for $1 this month and I got 0 deals. Well, Zach says it takes about 400 to 500 to get a deal. Well, I should expect to get a deal in 10 months, or I do, let's say 300 a month, maybe in about 2 months, I expect a deal, right? Whatever it is, but you just got to analyze what you're doing. What did we have to do differently this time that we did last time? And you compare from last year to this year, things like that, right? And then from analyzing, we're kind of going to the next part here, which is pivoting. What is pivoting? Pivoting is when we make the change and then we re-attack. Okay. And so, kind of like, okay, we're attacking this. Oh, got to change, pivot, right? And so like one really big pivot thing that we're going to have to understand the wholesaling game is interest rates, right? Maybe if interest rates go crazier, I might have to go harder on my buyers. I might have to go harder on the sellers. Wholesaling real estate's always a game that goes up and down and change, and you got to do this thing and change and up and down and then squiggly woo, whatever it is, right? But you got to make changes and you got to re-attack. And so for most wholesalers watching this, pivoting is the hardest part. And actually, I stand corrected. If you're looking to scale, pivoting is the hardest part. A lot of people sometimes pivoting, and this is going to be very niched out for a lot of people looking to scale a wholesaling operation, but maybe you're stuck at 50K a month and you can't get anything more. And all you're doing is texting and calling. Well, pivoting might be just adding direct mail. Oh, Zach, I don't want to spend 8, 9K a month in direct mail. Like, bro, go to mailingmastery.com, learn how to do direct mail, spend $8,000. You're going to make hopefully 40, 50K extra revenue from that deal or 2 deals a month. And then boom, you're like, wow, thanks, Zach. Pivoting can make changes. It's not like changing what you like, getting rid of, changing the thing. It's like, oh, wow, I'm actually going to add more marketing. And so depending on what you want to do, maybe it's, hey, I'm not getting the results I want. Maybe I should just do more marketing. Maybe I should change the list I'm doing. For some of y'all, you are listening to broke wholesaling gurus and you got to change your cold calling script, right? Everyone's a little different on what their pivoting should be. But I overall truly believe that to make the change and then go back and attack from pivoting and replanning, that's most of wholesaling. And so most of my job, I'll be honest with everyone watching this, most of my job right now in wholesaling real estate is analyzing what the team's doing, pivoting. Like for me on a scaled operation, it's analyze, pivot, analyze, pivot, analyze, pivot, because the action's being done by acquisitions, people, marketing, and I guess, doing what I'm doing is attacking, but like a lot of it's analyzing and pivoting. So the more money you make, the more analyzing and pivoting is more important. And if you're starting out as a beginner, right, that honestly, the attacking part and the planning part and the learning part is going to be more important. And so it's really, each part's super important, but also on top of that, making the changes and reattaching and reattacking is going to be super important for you too. And so just knowing this in wholesaling real estate is going to help you a lot. And just knowing this little plan I'm telling you right now, this works for the beginner wholesaler just starting out and the wholesaler looking to scale to 100K a month, 2, 3, 4. Like you can scale this up even crazier if you wanted to, right? Like you can do anything you possibly want here. And so again, what is this plan? What is the secret method I'm teaching you? Again, it kind of stupid, but like, I mean, there's no, it's like, it's stupid because it's so like no brainer. Every successful wholesaler does this too in a very exact point, but number one, they learn what to do. They learn the rules of the game. They plan accordingly what they need to do. They attack like crazy. They analyze how that attack went and then they pivot, change, or say, hey, everything's going well. We're going to keep doing this. It's what successful wholesalers do. They don't change. They don't make stupid craziness. They just keep doing this and it leads them to success and leads them to make more money in this business. And so you got to ask yourself, it's like, what part of this am I stuck in, right? If I'm not getting any wholesaling deals, what part of this, 5 am I not, am I learning the wrong stuff? Are my plans bad? Is my attack bad? Is my analyzing bad? Is my pivot bad? I would say for most wholesalers, it's going to be a lack of volume that is going to be the issue for you. If you're a beginner and you're trying to get that first deal, for the vast majority, it's going to be a lack of volume. And maybe it's not a lack of volume in the sense of like, oh, it's this certain many cold calls, right? Because it's for a lot of y'all, it's not that at all either. For a lot of y'all, it's not the lack of volume of just doing a sheer volume of calls, right? It's the sheer volume of quality calls, right? And so you got to understand that cold calling a drawing for dollars lead is nowhere equal to just cold calling a high equity list or maybe a vacant property list, right? The high equity is just way more niched out. And so me cold calling 100 drawing for dollars leads, it's going to be the same as me cold calling 1,000 vacants or 1,000 high equity. And so, yeah, volume is important. But I already made 1,000 calls. Oh, good job, Buster. You made 1,000 calls, but you should have made 100. You would have done the same result. And you would have done 10x better results to do 1,000 drawing for dollars lead. Now you get people attacking. Zach, that's too much work. Yeah, duh, it's a lot of work. You want to get rich or not. Some of y'all slave out here work, $12 an hour, but y'all don't want to make 70, 80, 90 bucks an hour going out here drawing for dollars, cold calling these leads and getting wholesaling deals. It's ridiculous. Learn, plan, attack, analyze, pivot. This is super important for every single person watching this business right now. You got to understand to yourself right now, failure is not an option. We're going to 2024. This is not the year for us to fail. This is not the year for us to give up. Okay. We ain't doing this. We're too late in the game. Okay. For every single person watching this, you're not watching this because you're a failure. You're not watching this because you give up easy, right? You're watching this because you don't give up. You're watching this because you won't let anything stop you from becoming successful. And so you got to ask yourself, hey, is this the year or is this right now the time I'm going to change? Is this the time that I'm going to actually go out here? Everything's different. I'm going out here and getting rich. You got to ask yourself. And a lot of y'all talk the big talk. Oh, I'm getting rich this year, Zach. Yeah, it's going to be me. Yeah, okay, good. Okay, it's you. Well, prove it. Like, guys, a lot of y'all talk a talk. You have to go with action. Back up your words with action. Gangsters move in silence. They do the work, they do the action, then they let the results speak for themselves. You have to do the same exact thing. Yeah, y'all love talking about doing the work, but are you actually doing it? The people watching this that want to do, sure, I think most of y'all are going to be doing the work. But for the people that are watching this that, oh, it's a little hard to cold call, it gets a little more difficult, do it. Stop being a little baby about this and get the work going. You cannot be going out here and just sitting around your butt all day, not getting rich. You have to do this. And so one thing I want to leave with everybody watching this, and this is so important. All right. Failure is never an option here for anyone watching this channel. Maybe you spend $7,000 on a guru. Yeah. Failure is an option with that. But for me, failure is not an option. And this is why I'm a lot different than most people watching this, because you can go to me, right? And like, you could talk to me every single week, every other week, whatever it is. And I will put my foot down your mouth, making sure that you do the work. And I'm not here to sugar. Oh, you're doing so good, Johnny. Oh, it's so hard out here. No, that ain't me. Either you did the work or you didn't. Either get rich or you didn't. Either you get rich right now or someone else in the market gets rich. Either you make that $10,000 this month or someone else does. It's a kill or be killed world out here. You need to choose which end of the stick you want to be on, right? You want to be the lion or you want to be the gazelle? Choose which one you want to be. The lion wakes up in the morning every day, decides to hunt and destroy it and crush it. And you got the gazelle that's going to run away from the issues and try to just survive the day. Which one are you doing today? Which one is you? For the people that failure is not an option, they decide they're going to wake up hungry and ready to go. When do lions eat? They eat when they're hungry. That is it. It's their instincts to go. And heck, everyone's like, oh, you make plenty of money. Actually, I ain't a lion anymore. I'm literally a shark. And what's a shark, right? Sharks don't get hungry. Actually, no, sharks get hungry, but they never get full. There's literally with most sharks, they have a thing in their stomach where they could eat all day. It's insane. Sharks never get hungry, which means they can eat something and then just keep eating. They're constantly hungry, which sounds like torture to me, honestly, but they're always hungry. They're never not hungry, which makes sure they're always eating, always eating, always eating, always eating. And that's kind of where I'm at right now. I'm always eating out of here and always going after here and living the life of my dreams. So you got to understand, is failure an option for you right now or is it not? And so if you've chosen that failure is not an option, we have to understand what is success. What's actually going to lead me to success? What's actually going to think that's going to help me out? For the people watching this that actually want to make a change, we have to understand the most important KPIs. 2024 for wholesaling real estate. Success, what's going to be a successful person? The successful wholesalers, the people that always make $300,000, $400,000, $500,000, right? Plus $1 million plus. They care about these two big factors, especially coming in this year: offers made and qualified cash buyers. Let me repeat myself one last time. How many offers are you making and how many qualified cash buyers do you have right now? This is going to show you if you're going to become successful or not. Why is this? Because if you don't make enough offers, you're not making enough money. Offers always end up to signed contracts, and you sell the signed contracts for $10,000, $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 sign fees. Boom. That's what we're doing this for, right? But here's the problem. If you get a lot of contracts signed and you got no good buyers or buyers that will pay more than the usual, so you're going to be done. And so let's look at two wholesalers, right? And this is the reason why this channel does so much better than all the guru wholesaling channels. Blech. Makes me upset even listening to them or talking about it. But you have a guru trained wholesaler, they'll get 10 contracts. They'll send them to like low quality buyers because they're networking through their network and they sell them for $10K each and they make $100,000. Oh, great. What a win. But if you're smart and you actually got a ton of qualified cash buyers that like to overpay for properties, you can get those same 10 contracts home for 15 or 20K each, and you're making 150, 200K. And you're getting double the profits, double the revenue by doing none of the extra work. No more marketing, no more acquisitions. It's all on the dispo side. And so for the wholesalers watching this that want to create a really awesome wholesaling plan, a lot of y'all like, oh, contracts, offers. That's important. But you could be making 50% less money in wholesaling by just neglecting good quality buyers. Realtors that are buyers, those are great. Quality buyers by cold calling the cash sales. Quality buyers by calling the for rents and networking, title companies, and all these great things, builders for your fire damage property deals and things like this. A lot of y'all will neglect the buyer side because your guru told you to. But you got to understand the reason why I'm making $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 assignment fees, 100K plus ones, is because I care about my buyers. I get super qualified cash buyers. And the vast majority of wholesalers, they don't even talk about this. It's not cool or sexy, but it's super important. But on top of this too, if you're not pushing the volume of contracts to these buyers, what's the point of getting all these buyers, right? And offers made, if I'm really looking at most wholesalers, right? If I do the one-on-ones, talk to people on these live streams in the comment section, right? Zach, I'm struggling. I'm doing everything, Zach. All I have to do is I can kind of talk to anybody right now and just ask them one question. Hey, how many offers have you made in the past 14 days? That is the only thing I get to ask. That is the only thing I could possibly even ask somebody to know. And it's going to directly correlate to how much money they made. I made 2 offers. Oh, that's why you're broke. Okay. And the reason why I say this is I'll get wholesalers say, Zach, I made 15 offers and I've had 0 contracts. And I'm like, homie, you have a 0% closing rate out of 15? Okay, now I know your issue. Your issue is acquisition. And no, I got 15 contracts and I made $0. And I'm like, oh, then you have a dispo problem. You lock up properties too high, right? And so we got to understand this whole wholesaling process. A lot of y'all have issues somewhere. There's always a bottleneck. And the thing we got to focus on is just make offers. You make offers, you'll make money. Okay. And so the really important piece, I want everyone to understand this, write this down, screenshot this, whatever you want to do. But the amount of offers you make will directly correlate to your income in wholesaling in 2024. This is the business plan. The business plan so you get more offers out, so you can make more money. And so the amount of offers you're making are going to show you exactly how much money you'll be making. Simple as that. And so, what can I extrapolate from this? What kind of information should I know from this, right? Pretty simple. Make more offers. This is what we need to do. We need to make more offers. The more offers I make usually lead to more money I make. So the number one question after this is always, how do I make more offers? It's pretty simple. You gotta punch up that marketing. That's a really important part. Bump up the marketing, pull more lists, do more calls, do more SMS, do more driving for dollar sticky notes. Whatever it is, keep jumping it up. And then you keep jumping those numbers up, you'll be able to get more leads, more offers, more contracts, more contracts signed, more assignments, more checks, more money in my bank account. That's what we're talking about today. So guys, that is a business plan. We have to understand this. So let's kind of redo the business plan really quick, really simple. Learn wholesaling real estate. Go to freewholesaling.com right there. Pretty simple. Okay. It's easy. Learn how to wholesale houses. Go to freewholesaling.com. Plan out how we're actually going to get these deals. Attack. Going actually out here and doing the action. Analyzing. Going out here and pivoting and learning what we got to do.